There we go, starting stream. I prefer this because the event I wasn't able to see it at all. Like, at all. I don't know if it's working out. Do you have, can you go into my channel and delete the stream? Like, do you have, no you don't. It still says it's offline.
What?
Really? But I don't see it. Should I just restart it? Do I see it? Ah, there we go. Yeah! Alright. Yep. Oh, okay. I hope it's not like laggy. Hi guys. Yeah. Sorry, I was having issues. I tried a new streaming service and I've never tried it before. We tested it before and everything was fine. Then I went to start it again and I needed a license, which I did not have. So it showed up really strange live. But hopefully now it is okay. Yeah! Is this real life? Okay, so I'm drawing Bonita, which was a request from one of the users in the last stream. And she's a super cute bunny rabbit. So you see the photo in the bottom left corner of the stream. And I photoshopped flowers on her head because the Stormy Pets, which was a subscriber, she had asked for me to paint her pet or her rabbit with flowers, so like a flower crown. And I thought it was a super cute addition. So I just photoshopped the flowers on her head and yeah, we'll be getting started. So I actually have to keep drawing, so let me keep drawing. I have to sketch it even more. Yeah! Is it laggy? Guys, let me know if my stream is laggy. Yeah, same. No! It's so laggy. I think my stream is very laggy. It's not laggy for you guys? It's horrible for me. I have some viewers though that are saying that it's okay for them, but for me,
It's really choppy.
Look, it's super blurry.
Yeah, it's really choppy.
Oh, it's bad. Okay. 1 second, guys. Bonita. Here. See if we can fix it. Don't click on it, I will get on.
I know.
Maybe it's the bitrate. Will it fix automatically?
Just in a sec.
It shouldn't lag so bad though.
No.
It should be like yesterday. Yesterday was better.
Okay, we have to restart the stream after too.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's really choppy. Okay, we have to restart it.
Guys, we have to restart the stream. We'll be back in 2 seconds, I swear. I'm sorry. Right now, live streaming to YouTube Live. There we go. The stream is continuing. Yeah! Now it looks better, right?
It's fluid.
Is it? Offline. It's going back online soon.
Yeah, it's fluid.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Is it? Do they have to refresh?
No. Click online.
Huh? I went from like 11 views to 1. Okay, whatever. Okay. I think it's better now, right?
Yeah, that's fluid.
Okay, cool. It's probably because if Photoshop was open.
Yep, that told lots.
Yeah, I had Photoshop opened. Oh, so I think that affected a lot. Let me just pop up. We were able to fix the settings, and now everything should be smooth again. So I just have to pop up the reference photo of Bonita. It's laggy? Is it laggy again? Oh gosh, it's laggy again. Yeah! Alright. So for this portrait, I'm going to be doing like a mixed media for Bonita, which is the little bunny rabbit. Okay, perfect. And yeah, so the user, the subscriber is Stormy Pets, and she requested for it, so I thought it would be a good idea because I really love rabbits, and she is adorable. So I'm going to draw Bonita first in watercolor with mixed media as well. I'm just gonna finish drawing her body shape here. She's got the cutest little body. Yeah. My favorite thing about bunny rabbits are the little baby feet. They got like little paws. I love it so much. And she has a big dewlap, which is magnificent. Little baby. She's got chubby cheeks also, so let's draw her cheeks a little bit more chubby here. Yeah. Chubby baby. Is it okay? It's not? Is it still laggy?
No, it's all fine. Just the webcam is autofocusing.
It's, yeah. Take it off, yeah? Little baby mouth. Oh. Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
Thanks, Daniel. I hope you guys can see everything and that everything's clear. We hopefully fixed the issue. Yeah! It's always the problem, eh, with like new technology, things that you haven't tried before, and you can't really like know if it will work properly until you've tested it. So you guys are kind of like the guinea pigs in that regards, because it's a new program that we're using. We were using is it called OBS? Yeah, OBS Studios. And then now we've switched to, or I've switched to XSplit Broadcaster. So apparently it's supposed to be really good. And so far I really, really like it now that we figured out how to use it. Okay, so I'll do her flowers after. I will start by coloring the rabbit with watercolor. So I have this brush here, and this is my watercolor pen or brush or whatever, and I really, really like it because you can just like twist off the top and fill it with water, and you can use it anywhere. So I like to use it when I travel rather than use a paintbrush. So it's kind of like a modern way of painting, and it's actually really, really efficient. So I like to use this a lot. So I'm going to use watercolor first. I'm using the Schminke watercolors. So here are my watercolor palettes or my colors that I have. And I have here like a brown. It's kind of like a chestnut brown. I will start off with this one. I hope that it's her color because in the photo, the reference photo, it's a bit hard to see the shade of brown that she is, but I think that this will be okay. So I'm going to start first the face, or no, let's do the ears first. It's quite strong in color. Let's see. I hope that's her color. Ah. She has a lot of colors, yeah. It's always hard to draw rabbits because they have so much color in their fur, like different strands of different types of like shades of brown and gray. Right now, I think this might be a bit too dark brown, but I will add. Looks like she might have a bit of like auburn, like orangey-ish color as well. Yeah, thank you everyone. I'm very happy that I got 1,000 subscribers. I will be doing a giveaway. I'll be announcing the giveaway on Tuesday. So I've ordered the giveaway prize. There will be two giveaways actually. I'll be doing an Instagram giveaway. So if you guys don't follow me, please yeah, you guys can check it out. The Instagram follow I can talk. The Instagram giveaway, which will be announced on Tuesday. So I will have one on my Instagram and YouTube. Uh, yeah, so I'm just waiting to receive the products from Amazon, and hopefully it'll be delivered on Tuesday. I don't know. It said till Tuesday till like Saturday. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, okay, so let's do a little bit of her body. Wow! I put a lot of water. Sometimes you have to be careful with these brushes. If you squeeze too hard, the water will come out, like a lot of water, and that might end up ruining your portrait. So you have to be careful with that. I kind of just did that. Ay, ay, ay. Fat little body. Yeah. She has a fat little body. It's the best. So cute. Okay, so let's. Bye, Daniel. Have a good sleep. Bonita is adorable. She's gonna be very fun to draw. So what I really like about watercolor is actually how versatile it is because it's like you put water on the paper, you color it with a little bit of like the basic color, and when it's still wet, you have the ability to add more color and it's gonna spread out. And this is really, really nice if you're trying to achieve like, I don't know, kind of like a three-dimensional aspect. You just keep adding layer on top of layer. And it blends really nice as well. So what I'm doing is I'm working on the initial color, so like the basic color of her body. I'm filling in the shadowy parts of it first, and then I will go back and start to fill in the fur with pencil crayon. So that's how I typically work. I don't do all of the detail with the watercolor because that's insane. I usually use it as kind of like a like a basic layer. Aww, I'm so sorry, Stormy Pets. Yeah, they unfortunately with rabbits they don't live very long like dogs. They can though. They can live. Like I've heard that or I've read that they could live up to 12 years old, which is quite old if you think about it. They're kind of like dogs in that regards. But I also have one pet that passed away very recently in September. So I know how you feel. Ooh. Oh, I don't have paper towel. Shoot, 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 shoot. When I do paintings with watercolor, I like to have paper towels. So like I use paper towel a lot because if my brush, like my bristles have too much paint on it, I want to do like a gradient effect, then I could just wipe it off with paper towel and continue to spread the paint. And it's just kind of like a technique that I've picked up as I went. But I don't have paper towel with me, so I'm just going to try to do it without. Ah! Okay, so let's add some more detail on her face. Like I said, I'm just working on the shadows for now. Oh, I'm splattering some paint. Oh no! Ah, no! Okay, I'm gonna get some paper towel because that's exactly why I need it. I don't know if you guys can see it, there's like paint splatters now. Shoot, I'm sorry. Okay, give me 1 second. Alright, I've got paper towels with cats on them. You guys see that? Woo! Some weird German stuff over here. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. La la la. I'm not gonna use the wrong color because I know my watercolors quite well. I think with marker it's much easier to use the wrong color because you don't really know what you're doing. And there's so many colors that look exactly the same, but with watercolors I kind of know which ones to choose. I won't have a wrong color. Plus there's only like two browns that I have. Um, do you guys paint with watercolor as well? Or do you just draw with markers? Or drawing with, sketching in general? Do I have any painters in the chat? Yeah, watercolor's fun. I would recommend trying watercolor. It's really, really nice. Rainbow unicorn drawing. I would love to see that. I've always wanted to try to draw a unicorn, but I'm so bad with horses. Or unicorns. I guess a horse and a unicorn is the same thing, but yeah, I can't draw horses for the life of me. I guess if I would actually try to do it, I would probably be able to, but never. I don't know. They look very intimidating. Bonita. Okay, so like if you guys are interested in learning how to use watercolors, I can give you a few tips. I think the basic tip would be um, to just keep layering on top of like, so you've set the basic color. So like here I set the basic brown, which is quite light, and you just layer. It's kind of like using markers. You just layer the color on top of each other, I guess you could say, over and over ah, until you get the shade or like the darkness you want. Um, and what's really nice is if you have full control basically of like how much water to apply, how dark you want it to be, how light you want it to be. You can also really easily create gradients, which is like a blending technique. And this is done by the amount of water that you use. So there's a lot of things you can do, and the more layers you add, the more dimension it gives. So you can see right now, I've just been using one color so far, so just one brown, and it already has a little bit like you could do a lot. You can see that there's all kinds of different types of like, not different types, but there's many, I guess, shades of the color, and it looks like there's different browns that I've been using, but I've only been using one. That's it. So there's you could use yeah, you don't need to have that many watercolors to start off with either. This is. I actually don't know what they're called. They're just like water brushes. And this is by the company Pentel. Pentel, Japanese. Pentel. I think it's a pretty common brand actually. But you can get these on Amazon. They usually sell them in packs of three. So I have here a thinner one as well with a thinner tip. They're pretty useful. It's actually quite easy to control, and I find that they're easier to control than regular paintbrushes, just because of the fact that you can, like, it's kind of like a paintbrush for the lazy people. So you have the water inside, you could just squeeze based on the amount that you want, rather than like dip your paintbrush in a cup of water. I think it's easier to use these ones. Okay, so her feet is quite dark. There's a lot of shades, so I'm going to try to paint like fur. Try to start to at least have the fur texture happening here. So I will start from the bottom. Hello, welcome back. When you're drawing fur, you want to do like really, depending on the length of the fur, it could be like long fur, but in the case of a rabbit, it's quite It's quite short, so you can just do like quick little like flick of the wrist movements and it will look like fur. So you just quickly tap it. Of course, you need a paintbrush that's quite thin at the tip. This will help. Okay, so her paws extend. Ah, she's uneven. One sec. Ah, my mom's in the chat. Hi, mom. Mommy too, mommy too. Yeah, shout out to my mom, who's also an artist. So hopefully she'll start her YouTube channel soon as well. Oh, little give some love to my mom. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to do my last layer of watercolor here. So I'll start with the head. The body is still drying, but I will do my last layer of watercolor before I start to get into the pencil crayons. Love you too! Aww. Ooh, 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 ooh. I did it, boo boo. It's looking possum, thank you. So when I do a mistake, which is quite often, I take my paper towel and I just dab it. So you have to be quick because depending on the type of paper you have, it could dry faster, so your watercolor could dry faster. I'm using, what kind of paper am I using? I am using the cold press paper. So this is actually quite thin and it has no texture on it. So for some watercolor papers, they might be more gritty, so like with a thicker texture. And when you have this type of paper, the water takes longer to dry. But in the case that you have what is it, cold pressed paper, it will take quick, it will be quicker to dry. So you have to be very quick when you work. So you'll probably be noticing that I'm working quite quick. It's because the watercolor dries really fast. So depending on how you work, you want to have the type of paper for you. So if you work slowly, you want to have the hard pressed paper. I actually can't remember what it's called because I barely use it myself. But yeah, cold press dries much quicker. Hashtag wrong color. I won't be using it. I won't be doing wrong color today because I know what I'm doing with watercolors. Markers is a bit different. I don't know what I'm doing with markers. But watercolors is I know my colors with water. Watercolor colors. Little baby, she looks so cute. Okay, so I'll do one final layer on the body as well. Just focusing on the large shadowy areas first. So on her chest, like the focus point, so like the shadow in the photo is on the left hand side of the rabbit. So I'm focusing on darkening the left hand side. Yeah. There, she's got pretty dark. Okay, wait. Now it's getting confusing. Her body is a bit more difficult because it has a lot of like layers of fatness. I don't want to say fatness. I'm not calling her bunny fat. I swear. It's more so like she has quite a large like furry chest, and there's many like lines of like shadows in it. So I have to be careful to incorporate it properly so that it's at least a little bit more realistic. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Okay, so the face is still drying. The body, I will continue with pencil crayon. Let's see. So I can probably draw the eye now. So for the eyeball, I won't use paint because it is quite small, and I always have a hard time painting small details with a paintbrush. So I like to use my handy dandy Faber-Castell artist pen. These are the like fine liners. Actually, I have a very small, like I have a super fine liner here. So here's the pack that I have. Woo! I haven't used them yet. So I'm going to use my extra small one. Let's open that up. So here we've got XS, extra small. Woo! I'm going to use that for the eyeball. Okay, so she has like eyelashes, kind of like girly eyelashes. Let's give it a try. So actually the paper is not entirely dry around her eye, but with this pencil or this brand, it works really, really well even if the paper is wet. So I quite like it. It kind of spreads a little bit, like if the marker touches the wet paper, the ink will spread just a little bit, but I won't have issues of the pencil or of the marker not working afterwards, which is really, really nice. So I've never had an issue with Faber-Castell. Snazzy. Ah, thanks, really? I don't know. I'm like a total noob to live streams. I hope that I'm doing it properly. I want to try to be like a teacher in a way. I don't know. And like talking out loud and painting at the same time is really hard. Are like people usually quiet in live streams? I've never really watched them before. I've seen people do like makeup live streams, like putting makeup on their face, and they talk about random stuff, but I don't know, like art live streams. I don't know. Ooh. Sometimes you have to be very careful because if the paper is wet and you're using marker or like pencil crayon, you might ruin the paper. Like the paper kind of breaks because it's still wet. So I would recommend to wait till the paper is 100% dry before you start any sort of like detail work with pencil crayon and marker. I kind of just did that with the eyeball, so it's a little bit, it's no big deal, but the fibers of the paper are kind of tearing apart. And mommy, I that might be a problem. But you know what you can do? You can uh not necessarily live stream, but film yourself painting and not talk out loud. Or like talk afterwards, so like voiceover. So that also works. Okay, so I'm going to fill in the eye with a thicker marker. I have this really cool one. It's also from Faber-Castell. It's from the same box set here, and it's the brush marker. So it's like the brush fineliner. This works really, really well. I'm just gonna fill that in. You guys want art lessons? I was thinking about doing it. I've seen some YouTubers like do like art, not necessarily like art class, but it's more like they live stream themselves painting and then they explain it at the same time. And they talk about it's mostly for like acrylic painting, so I'm not very good with acrylic, but I could do it for watercolor and I could do it for like sketching or like I don't know, sketching or like markers, whatnot. Okay, so I have put on the I've colored in the eyeball, and what I do is use a white pencil crayon, or I also have a gel pen, which, oh, here. I also use a gel pen, which is the Uniball gel pen. You guys should probably find that in your art stores. It's quite a popular brand, and it's a little bit of a fine liner, and it applies beautifully on marker and watercolor. So you don't have a problem. You just have to wait for the thing to dry and then you could add the gel pen on top. So what I do is I take the gel pen and I create like the highlights and the eye. Let's see if this appears. Sometimes you gotta be careful if the paper is wet with watercolor, the gel pen will pick up the sort of like color of the paint. So you have to just wash it off with a I can't talk tonight. Wash it off with a towel, like a paper towel, and wait for it to dry. So right now the eyeball is still not dry, so I should just stop touching it. Let's move on to the fur. You guys are so cute. I think what you guys are proposing is a fantastic idea, and I will probably take it up and see how I could do a lesson for you guys. Because I would like to do like watercolor basics and maybe just start off with simple things like how to draw, I don't know, a panda, for example. I think that would be cool. Like teacher. If you guys have questions, you could ask me as well. And I could show you if I can. I'm not an expert in art, but I do know a thing or two, so it's all self-taught. Okay, so now, before you like do anything else, like I've added the watercolor, I've done the basic of the eyeball, which I will come back to later with more detail. So you have it, it looks like this. Now what you can do, it's kind of flat, right? So what I do is I take my Faber-Castell Polychromos pencil crayons and I start to do the fur, so the fur detail. And when I'm doing fur, it's very light strokes, like short and precise strokes. So I'm going to zoom in on Bonita's photo. And we'll start with the face, so you want to check if it's dry. If you feel like the paper is still a little bit damp, don't do it because it's going to ruin the paper. So it's better to wait. So like this side is dry, this side is still very damp, as well as the face. So I could probably start on the right side. Uh, did I go to art school? No, I did not go to art school. I went to I studied design in university. So like for my bachelor's of design, I dropped out of university. So kids, don't do that. Don't drop out of university. But I had my reasons for dropping out. One of them was that I was moving to a new country, so I would resume school in Germany, for example. But I did go to school for design. I've never been to school for art ever. This is what I'm doing is all self-taught, so this is why it's possible for you guys as well, because you can just learn how to do it. You just have to have like kind of the passion and the drive to do it, and eventually you'll get better if you keep practicing every day. So that's kind of like the way that I took things. Uh, but yeah, it's possible. You don't need to go to school to learn things. Definitely not. Okay, so for those of you who want to know more about pencil crayons, let's see. Like if you take a look at Bonita's photo and the like little left-hand side of the stream here, you'll see that she has many different like colors in her fur. So I'm starting with the body. And if you look very closely, you'll see there's a little bit kind of like an orangey brown, like auburn brown. There's more of a light brown. There's chestnut colors. There's dark uh, dark brown chocolate. You know, there's all kinds of different shades in there. And it's quite important that you use like a variety of pencil crayons. So here I've got these colors. You can even use a little bit of red. So I've got these different types of colors. And all of these I will use for her fur. So this is how you kind of make it more three-dimensional as well as more realistic, is that you use a variety of different colors. So there's a lot. This is something that you kind of like the skill of like I don't know how to describe it. It's something you kind of pick up as you go. You have to pay attention to the photos, which is why I recommend using reference photos and zooming in on those because you get to see the colors that's actually there. Yeah, she's multicolor. So I'm going to start off with the yeah, Bister. I don't know if that's a German color, but we'll start off. I wish I could zoom in closer on the stream, but I can't. So we'll start off with the fur, very short strokes. And you want to go in the same direction as the fur goes. So if you look at the direction, you kind of have to follow the same curve. The paper is still a bit wet though. Ugh. Um, yeah, I think I would have to agree with you because I've had moments where, like, even in design school, like, I could kind of compare it because it's quite similar in terms of being critiqued on your work. And I felt that sometimes professors, they would rather you do it like the same style as they have always been doing. So you had to kind of switch up your style to adapt to what they wanted in order to get good grades. And to be honest with you, I think that's complete, like, excuse my language, but BS in a way because I mean, art is all about like learning your style, getting familiar with like how you progress as an artist. And I feel like art school or school in general had always a way of like, I don't know how to say it, like it would limit that creativity in a way. So, I mean, there were certain parts of it which was really, really nice, where I learned and I was able to adapt to my style and kind of like progress in a way, but I felt like it was limited because professors would always kind of bring you down, and then you would sit in like critique, critique groups with your classmates, and they would critique your work. Oh, maybe you should try this, you should try that. And yeah, you should be open to criticism regardless of what you do, but in a way, it wasn't always positive. So I don't know. I thought that it was kind of limiting to go to school for design. A lot of it you learn outside, to be honest with you. It's kind of like street cred, you know? Her body is still wet. Ah, I'm just gonna work on the legs. Doing the fur is probably the longest part of drawing an animal. So you can be as detailed as you want, but I mean, I don't typically do the entire body with the pencil crayon. I will do large sections of it to give sort of the effect that there's fur. This is really up to you how you want to do it. You can do the entire thing, and that will be super realistic. This part of realism is just drawing the entire fur. But I like to do sort of like the main areas, like her legs and the chest will be predominantly like focused on the pencil strokes, and of course her face as well. The ears will be less detailed, so it would just be mostly the face and here like the center of her body. So this is kind of the way that I usually work is I focus on certain areas. I don't do the entire thing because it's way too much unless I really want to. Okay, so so let's incorporate some more gray. And when you're working with pencil crayon, you want to always sharpen them. Sharpen, sharpen, sharpen. Just gives you better control of the strokes that you do. And also, yeah, especially when you're doing fur, you want to have a pretty precise line rather than like a dull fat line. It won't look as nice. It's still wet. Oh my god. Okay. I think my rabbit is hungry. He's at his cage right now, and he's chewing on. I don't know. He's chewing on the cage. Poor baby wants food. I also use a hairdryer. Actually, I used to, but I'm not gonna use a hairdryer in the stream because it's gonna be super loud. And in fact, my hairdryer broke, so I have no hairdryer, and I haven't bought a new one. I just like to dry my hair with the wind. Okay, so her leg, she has here there's like a little leg that's sticking out. So this is actually her body, her front paw. And then in the back there's like her back paw. Just sticking out a little bit, but it's still there, so I have to color it. It's a bit darker. And again, when you're using pencil crayons, what you want to do is you start, or like what I usually do is I start off with the lightest shade. So like here, I'm using like a kind of light golden brown. And if there's shadows within this area, like with this color, you can then add the shadows afterwards with a gray, for example. So I always set the lightest color down first, and then progressively work on with darker shades. Oh, sorry. I hope that didn't make a loud noise. I smacked my head on the microphone. I forget that it's there. We just mounted it there today. So it's like hanging above my head. Oh my god. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm gonna start to use some black. Let's bring in the black. Bring in the black. Thank you. I like my username too. Or are you talking to me? I don't know if you're talking to me. Maybe you're talking to the guy before. Crap! That probably made me sound so like self-conceited. Oh. Night Soul. I don't know what Night Soul is. Is that like a anime or? Ah, brushes and bunnies. Yeah, I also like brushes and bunnies. It fit perfectly for what I was doing because I like bunnies and I guess I like brushes. I don't know, watercolor thing, you know. All right, so let's start here. So like I mentioned before, uh, you don't have to necessarily fill in the entire space with tiny little strokes of the pencil. To give the illusion of fur, you can just kind of, if you look at the rabbit, you can see the areas, excuse me, you can see the areas where like maybe there's like curves of the fur, and you can take those curves and go, yeah, with the curve, draw the curve, and like for example, like here, so like here in the chest, she has sort of like a chin, like a double chin, which is called the dewlap. For those of you who own rabbits, it's a dewlap. And what you can do is take your pencil and just outline that curve of the fur, and you could give this a little bit more detail, and then that could just be the way that you fill in the fur. That's all you need. Sometimes you don't have to fill in like tiny strokes everywhere. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take her double chin, her dewlap, and we're gonna make like a small sort of curvature. I probably have to use black for that. And we just do like short strokes and outline that part of her body. So She does look like Lily. I also have another rabbit in Canada, and her name is Lily, and she looks like Bonita as well. Like a very small dwarf rabbit. Now you can see like directly below her like dewlap, her double chin, it's a little bit so it goes dark and then there's a little bit of like a highlighted like a lighter color and that's probably due to the lighting. She probably doesn't have like white hair there. But what I do is in order to add more like highlights with the shadows, I add just the regular white pencil crayon. Sometimes it won't show up based on the color you're using, but since this is a dark brown, I just apply it and it will show up a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, but sometimes that's enough to give the effect. Okay. She's so fun. What's my favorite potato chip flavor? Uh, oh gosh. I really like sour cream and onion and all dressed. I don't know if you guys have all dressed, but it's a Canadian flavor. Might be in the US, I don't know. But all dressed is good. So we have here's a bit of light brown. It's not gonna show up. Oof. Yeah, that does not show up. I don't know if you guys can hear my rabbit in the background, but he's messing things up in his cage right now. He's tossing his litter box around like crazy. Oh, cheese and onion and barbecue. Both of those are really good. You guys are making me hungry. Barbecue. I love Once upon a time, barbecue was my favorite actually. I would always eat the barbecue chips. Okay, so to work a little bit more here. You guys want to see the rabbit? He just ran out of his cage and ran under the couch. That's his favorite spot, is under the couch. I wish I could show you. Maybe I will be able to show you uh, one day, but I need to catch him. He doesn't trust me quite yet. Let's see. Baby! Wait, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can catch him. Are you playing with the box? Nope. Oh, no Bunny. Unfortunately, I could not catch him. He was in the back behind like our dining table, and he saw me coming, and he ran. Made a run for it. He's like, "Oh no, crazy, crazy mom's coming." Bunnies are funny. They're such little like monsters. I love them. Okay, wait. Oh, what was I doing? What was I doing? What was I doing? Do I watch the warm gray? Warm gray 2, warm gray 1. Wait a second. Okay, let's use this one. Bonita. I'm just gonna randomly sing her name because it's so cute. Bonita. 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 Yeah. I randomly squeal. When I see bunny bears, little bunnies, I always like want to scream because they're so cute. And actually when I'm painting something like that is related to bunnies and I find them so cute, like it's actually turning out the way I want it to, I start to like scream like that. Uh Little baby. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep going. Keep going. Just keep going. Okay, wait. The tricky part, I'm looking at the reference photo, and the tricky part is like this part right here. Because it's very dark, but at the same time, there's like a super bright light on the side, so I have to kind of try to get that, capture that at least. Okay, okay. Yeah, I could, I mean, to be honest with you, the photo that I put in the stream, like in the bottom left corner, was really, it was enhanced in Photoshop. Like the color, so she's actually, the photo that she sent me, like the user is quite dark, and I had to enhance it a little bit, so I'm not even sure if gold is her color. So she might look dark right now because I'm actually looking at the reference photo that she sent me. La 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 la. I don't know if this is the right color. Okay. I think we could all almost say hashtag wrong color at this point because I'm not sure. Okay, wait, let's just keep going. I don't know if I used the wrong color. Yeah, mommy, I don't, because I live in Germany, I can't use music. You should, like, I can't use music at all. I wish I could. I'm probably gonna buy, like royalty-free music for longer periods of time, but the thing is, like, I just can't, like, I will literally get busted because I live in Germany if I use, like, radio in the background. These are the laws over here. It's not like free, whatever they have in America where you can have, like, free, what is it called? I forget. Yeah, I can't use music. Really sucks. There's like something in America where you can use free. Oh, what is it called? It's like I forget what it's called. But yeah, it's really crappy. YouTube's been trying to get that changed because it's the German law, and they've been only recently did actually I think it was last week or the week before. Like we have this company called Gamma in Germany who blocks YouTube videos. So the majority of the time, like when you're here browsing a YouTube video, you might have the message pop up that this YouTube video is blocked in your country because of the music restriction or like the music law. And it's usually because a user, like an American user who uploaded a video, they might have used a song from like Rihanna, for example. And even though in America that's okay, here it's like against the music rights. So they block it. And the American user can't like make money off of it from German users, for example. Get Patrick to play his guitar. Maybe I should in the background. He'll just like. I spell color with a U. Wait, do I? There's a Canadian way of spelling it that is different than the UK way. Actually, I think I spell it with a U. Wait, I have to Google that. Let me Google that. Do I spell color with a U? Yeah, I spell it with a U. Color, 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 color. Okay, so let's start the face. Let's continue. I'll get back to the body a little bit later, but we'll continue with the face. I like to do the mouth and the nose right now because it's quite lacking in color. She has really cute nostrils. Look at that baby. No. Yo, that's such a bad game. Don't play that game. Who is that? Shats, who is Skynet? Is that Rene? Did I say it? I don't want to say his name aloud. I just want to say it aloud. Thank you guys. I hope it's looking good. Maybe I should change the thumbnail. I don't know how it looks like on my channel. Let's see. Because the streaming, like, it updates the thumbnail as I go. I should change the thumbnail. Let me change the thumbnail. Can I change it? Will it quit if I change the thumbnail? Wait. Let's try. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna try to change the thumbnail. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I hit 1K last night. It was so fun. No, I can't change the thumbnail. Ah, that sucks. Chats, I can't zoom in. It's zoomed in at the max right now, which really sucks. Let me try, but I can't zoom in. No, I can't. Settings for my phone. Configure video input. I just zoomed in. Wait, is it gonna affect? Okay, I thought it was zoomed in to the max, but now it's zoomed in. Wait, yeah, I think it's okay. No, I'm gonna zoom in one more. Give me 1 sec. Bam! That is like super zoomed in Bonita. Bonita. We have to go deeper. Yeah, baby Bonita. Okay, let's keep going. Zoomception. Duh, duh. Let's get back the reference photo here. Let's do her little mouth. Little mouth, little mouth. Okay, so she has her mouth open. I won't be able to get too much color in the mouth. Might be able to have like a little, it's quite dark. Usually like bunny lips are pink. They got little baby pink lips. But in this photo it's quite dark, so I won't focus too much on the lips. Just make the mouth a little bit. How deep is your Bonita love? You guys are making me want to sing. How deep is How deep? Wait, how does the song go again? I forget. Yes, I love when bunnies wiggle their nose. Like when they're outside for the first time in their lives and their nose like twitches like crazy. I have to empty my sharpener. Give me one sec. How deep is the love? Do you want me to sing for you? Is that what you want? How deep is your Bonita love? How deep is your Bonita love? Bonita, 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 oh little bonita. Can't believe I'm singing. There's gonna be a record of this. Guys, I hope you guys know I sing horrible. Singing is not my talent. But I guess I have to make up for the lack of music somehow, right? Why'd your video get copyright strike? You never know nowadays. YouTube is so unpredictable. Okay, Little Bonita has the cutest lips. So with bunny lips, it's always darker on the inside of like their lips, and you have to like add more dark around this area to give it kind of the effect that it's sort of like, I don't know, three-dimensional or whatever. So use a little bit of a darker shade. I can't believe you're singing too. Yeah, I have to sing to my subscribers. Gotta work for that money, huh? Bonita, bonita, how deep is your bonita love? I can't. Shetsi, come over. Let's play the guitar. You play the guitar in the back and I'll sing. Oh, look at her little mouth. Hell no. That's what was making that noise. I was wondering if someone was texting me. Give me one second. Stormy Pets sent me pictures of Bonita. Bonita, bonita. Can I show this one? Look at her. Wait, let me disconnect. Look Look at Bonita. Oh, she's a diva. She deserves a song to be sung about her. Bonita, Bonita, my love. Oh my goodness. Awesome. Ah, I love your unicorn drawing. With watercolor, right? That looks really nice. I think I drew Bonita too dark based on your photos. Shoot. I hope it's not too bad. Okay, wait. I did draw her a little bit too dark. Oh no. Okay, let's try to fix it by adding some white here. Okay, so I'm going to use It is fun. It's quite fun. I like chatting with you guys. You guys are funny. Oh! I hate when that happens when your pencil breaks halfway through drawing something. Okay, so let's put some gray in there. Stormy Pets, you keep texting me. Let's see. I don't know if it's you or not who's texting me. Who's texting me? Ah! Ah! Birds! Cool! I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but I had another subscriber send me photos of her birds. They're adorable. I love birds. I would like to own birds one day, but I think I need a bigger house. Ah! And they're blue, like blue purple. How deep is your love for Bonita? Bonita. Oh, Jesus. I should stop singing and start drawing more. Okay, so her little nose. There's a little bit of white there. Okay, so let's add some streaks of brown. I'm gonna work on her forehead. How deep is your bonita? Bonita, bonita. Oh my god. Thank you, Mommy Do. Love you too. Have a good night or have a good Sunday. Love you guys. It's so fluffy. It is fluffy. It's getting fluffy now. She's getting fluffy. Fluffy Bonita. Bonita the fluffy. La la la. I think I'm almost done her face. So just gonna do like her cheek. Uh, then I can move on to darkening her ears. And then I could do the flower. The flowers on her head, because she has a flower crown, which I think I will do them pink. Stormy Pets, do you want pink flowers or a different type of flower? You guys, you can tell me the color of flowers you would like. If you want blue, purple, pink. I have every color. At least I hope I have every color. She's so cute. I don't know if she's there. Stormy, do you want pink flowers? Get it? Let me know, because I'm about to do the flowers very soon. Whatever color you want, I can probably do, so just let me know. Or if you want a combination of colors as well, that is also possible. Bonita. Can I ask for color? Depends. What do you want to ask for? Because this is Stormy Pet's portrait. She should choose. Let's have a vote. Ah! I don't know. Stormy Pet asked me to paint this, so we'll see. I don't know. You can put a poll? Let me see. Can you actually put a poll? How do I put a poll? That'd be cool. Where do I put that? With the car. Okay, one sec. I'm putting a poll in to ask what color should the flowers be? Pink, blue, purple, combination of pink and purple. Let's try this out. Where does it pop up, the card? Does the card pop up? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Alicia, sorry to hear about that. Since her husband died a couple months ago. I don't know. Um, could you maybe you can try to draw a portrait of her husband maybe? I think your grandma would really like that. Like a nice I don't know if you have a nice photo of him. This is something that I also like to do is draw pictures or like portraits of the person who has either passed away or the pet that has either passed away, and it's always been sort of a good memento to have. And you could frame it in something really, really nice, like a fancy little frame, and give it to her as a gift. That could be really nice. Maybe a photo of them together, like a husband and wife portrait. That could also be really nice. Yeah, apart from that, I'm not sure what to give or what to paint. Yeah. Okay, so I just posted the poll. Like, yeah, the card appears in the top corner or not. There should be like a pop up, like an icon in the top right corner of the screen, like a little icon, and you could click on it, and there's a poll. Like, if you hover your mouse over the video, you'll see it. That's also a good idea from Night Draws. You changed your name. It's a different name. Same person, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. You can also draw what they like the most in life. So like if he liked cars, for example, you can maybe draw his favorite car. I think your grandma would like that as well. It's something really nice to have. And then you could just gift it to her as in a frame. Even if it's just a sketch, I think it's nice to frame things. Your grandma would really, really appreciate that. Okay, so here. Baby Bonita. Okay, I'm gonna add some white in her fur. She has like, so usually I add the highlights with the white pencil crown afterwards, and this is usually like, you have to kind of look at your reference photo to see where the light source is coming from, and then you can add the highlight according to the light source. So in this portrait, the light is coming from the right hand side, and a little bit from the back as well, but we will just focus on the right hand side for now. I did not show off the awesome painting. I'm thinking of doing a video, so I'll probably do a video and show it off. Because my mom painted my rabbit as well, and she's also a painter. And she painted him. He's in the background on my wall. So maybe I could do like a feature video in one of my videos about it, because I think it's a really cool painting. I don't know how to see the polls though. Like if I see like what you guys voted, where do I see like the votes of the poll? Hmm. How do I see this? I want to know. What color should the flowers be? How do I see the answers? No, why is it not appearing? I have no idea. Create highlight. Play add, change thumbnail. Poll is there. I could see the poll. I don't know. Don't know how it works. Let me give me 1 second. don't know. It's a bit strange, eh? Okay, give me your answers. Do you want pink flowers, blue flowers, purple flowers, or a combination of pink and purple? Just put it in the comments. Let me know. The poll's not working. I don't know. Gotta figure it out. Or if you have any other suggestions on the colors you want, combo pink and purple. I could do pink and purple. Purple and pink. I like that combination. I think it's really cute. Okay. Blue. You'll order the combo. Okay. White, light blue maybe. Oh my god, we got so many colors. Okay, wait. Popular vote. Let's see the popular vote here. Purple, pink, combo, blue. Oh, there's like, wait. There's two combos, one blue. No, two blues. Two blues and two combos. What do I do? I need a tiebreaker. Wah. We gotta get Stormy Pets to choose because this is her portrait, so. There are three blues? Yeah, but one person. Wait, one person counted twice. Like, they said it twice. Hollow Street said it twice. So there's three, or there's two blues. So Stormy Pets, there's pink, purple, combination of pink and purple, or blue. And if you have any other color choice, like yellow, for example. We have so far a tie between blue and pink and purple, like the combination. We need a tiebreaker. Then I will get started on the flowers. Just gonna quickly do more detail on the ears first. So the shadow of the ears. Yeah, it is intense. It's like a game show. We need like intense music in the background. I can't do intense music. I'm just not gonna do it. Blue and pink. Whoa, that is okay. The lady has spoken, so we're gonna have to do blue and pink. Blue and pink. I have a blue, so I have these colors here. The turquoise blue, which is the best blue that I have, and I have a light pink. These are the colors that I always use. They're quite good. So this one, the big one, is from Winsor and Newton. These are the watercolors from Winsor and Newton. Newton, I can't say Newton. Newton. Winsor and Newton. And these are quite good. They're very opaque. They're a little bit translucent, so you have to apply more layers on top of each other for the color to really pop. These ones are from Schminke. So if you guys use watercolors, you might be familiar with Schminke. It is a German brand and it's superb. I always use the Schminke watercolors. Now these two brands are a little bit more on the expensive side. So for like a small one like this, you could be looking at spending about 3 to 6 euros per little square. Same as these guys. These guys are a little bit more pricey than the Schminke, the Winsor & Newton. They could be approximately like, I don't know, 4 to like $8 for one of these. But the good thing is that they last forever. Forever. You can use them quite quite often, and you won't need to spend that much money. So I will use those combinations. Okay, so her ear has a little bit of pink on the inside. I mean, that's where the light is hitting the ear. I won't be able to really draw or replicate it because I've already put brown in it, but I could at least try to do a little bit of like the realistic veins or so. So let's try to add a bit of pink. You just want to do like a light, like touch the pencil lightly onto the paper. You don't want to put too much color into it because it's just a touch of pink. And I'm using a, oh gosh, it's in German, Venetian red. So it's supposed to be red, but it's rather more like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's a nice color. It's quite nice, quite nice. And she has actually a vein in her ear, but I don't know if I want to draw that because I think that veins can be okay sometimes. Uh, but I don't know. I think I'll just stick to no vein. I will just focus on drawing some hair in her ear to give it a little bit of more of a realistic touch. Stormy Pets, I could do something better. If you want me to email you the drawing, I can do that. I can scan the drawing and send it to you via email. But I can also send it to you like the original one if you want. I can send it to you to your address for free of charge. This is free international shipping, and no matter where you live, I think you said you lived in the UK or what? I can't remember if that was you. No matter where you live, I could send it to you free of charge. So that's just something as a little gift from me to you. Something that I like to do quite often as well. I like to gift things away. Yes, no worries. I'm just gonna scan it first though. No problem. Yeah, I like to connect with my subscribers or like my fans. I do this quite often on Instagram as well. I haven't done it like recently. I used to do it a lot, and it wasn't necessarily like giveaways. I would just like because I like to have something to draw and like to practice on, and things like cute rabbits, like pets. I absolutely love to receive like photos of them and try to like recreate them, and yeah. And I like to just send it to the owner afterwards because it's just something nice to do, and we need a lot more nice things in this world. So you can send me your address via email. So the same email address you sent me the photos of Bonita, you can send me your address there, okay? So I will let you know. I will have to go to the post office and package it, but it won't be too expensive because it's quite lightweight. It's not a brick, so it won't be so bad. Okay, so and then afterwards I will send you the shipping date and the tracking code and whatever. Actually, I don't know if I'll get a tracking code because that's extra. And usually to the UK, you don't have a problem to ship it. There's never any issues to the UK. I have issues going to the US. That's the country that I have the most issues with, but not the UK. Okay, so let's start the watercolor flowers. So if we go back, where's my brush? Ah. No problem. All right, so we've asked for pink and blue, a combination of both. Buddies, buddies. Aw, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. So we'll do pink. I'm trying to figure out the. Okay, let's do pink, blue. We'll start off with, that might be a little too much. Before I do that, I need to actually draw the flowers. What am I doing? Okay. Fun ride of color and fluffy. Yes. That's how I roll. Fluffy and color. Brushes and bunnies. That should be my slogan actually. Color and fluffy. My Instagram is, let me just link it to you in the chat. I could link, actually, I'll link you the entire URL. Instagram. Here we go. And thank you, by the way. Thanks for the compliment. Okay, so let's draw the last flower here. Just drawing regular flowers. Actually, I have no idea what flowers they are. They're very pretty. I think the original color you'll see in the photo that I photoshopped. Horrible Photoshop job. It was just quick for me to show as a reference. But the flowers are pink in nature, so they're quite vibrant in color, which is why I chose them because they're really cute and they're easy to draw. And I think they'll show up quite good with watercolor as well. So we're gonna add some more in the background. Yeah, little crown. Flowers! I think there's a little Snapchat flower. Is that an actual flower? Snapchat flower? Snapchat. Instagram flower. Snapchat flower. Okay, so let's start with. Usually, when you're doing watercolor, you want to erase your guidelines, so your reference lines. Yeah, I mean, in this case, I won't do it because I think I will go over it with a black fine liner afterwards to add further detail. So this is okay, but I'm just going to erase the original lines where they were kind of like geometric shape, which were the original guidelines before I drew the flowers. I'm waiting in the mail to receive. I ordered these Prismacolor like blue, light blue pencils that you can erase, and they're supposed to be much better to draw in terms of like the lines showing up on your paper. So it's a very light blue, unlike the regular lead pencil, which can be hard to erase afterwards, or it can get in the way, especially if you don't erase them. And then you put watercolor on top, then it's just impossible to erase afterwards. So yeah. I am looking forward to testing the Prismacolor ones. Okay. Okay, well, so we'll start with the initial base of the color. You can do it two ways here. You can add just like water first and then add the paint after, or you can add water together with the paint. So there's just different techniques that you can use. If you want to create sort of like, wow, I just squeezed a lot of water. Yeah, so what you want to do is add more water, kind of like a little puddle. Then you can dip your pen or your brush into the watercolor paint and just apply it. I put way too much water right now. So, but you can apply it in the center and it will create sort of a gradient. I put too much water. No. Okay, in the case that you put too much water, you can take your paper towel and gently dab it, and it will absorb the water that you've added. So you want to be careful with that. That could happen, but it's no big deal. It's fine. Okay, so we'll just apply the first color first. So that's okay. Just leave it like that. Crayola erasable colored pencils. I haven't used Crayola since I was a little girl. Maybe I should look into it. You can't actually buy Crayola here in Germany. I haven't seen it around anywhere. think it's a American brand. So add some more color here. Like that. A little bit of pink in the background. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to wait for that to dry. You want to make sure that you avoid um, like mixing colors together. So because the blue will not look good with the pink together, it will turn into like this ugly purplish color. You want to wait till these flowers dry before you progress with the other color. So the blue. So I'm just gonna wait for it to be completely dry. Shouldn't take too long because it's not too much water. And while I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm just going to continue with a little bit of the details on the body, just to add more fluff to her like, yeah, her fluffy body. So let's do that. I'm just reading your comments actually. Yeah, you need to like be patient. Watercolor is really an art for patient people. That and oil. So it's actually something that I learned that I have to be is patience. And usually you can take like a hair dryer as well. Like if you're not wanting it to dry. Sometimes I've done that where I've been painting like this big portrait and I just didn't want to dry. I didn't want to wait for it to dry because I was either in a rush. Uh, and yeah, so I just took out my hair dryer and I like hair dried my painting, and it doesn't affect anything. It will only affect if you have a lot of water. The like hair dryer might push the water outside of the lines that you're drawing in, and it might create a mess. So you have to be careful that you don't have like large puddles of water there. But in the case of like here where there's not too much water, I would in that case use my hair dryer and dry it much quicker. So you really cut your waiting time by a lot. So it's not so bad. Yeah, to the markers, instant gratification. That's actually what I've been feeling lately using markers. I'm like, oh my god, like I don't have to really like wait. It dries pretty much instantly. Talking about markers, maybe I should use some. Nah, let's just keep it watercolor and pencil crayon, the traditional brushes and bunnies way. But as of late, I've been really liking markers. Markers have been really fun to draw with. Let's zoom out. Okay, so I don't have much, like, I didn't do that much shadowing in her body. I'm just gonna keep it the way it is now. Okay, what to do, what to do. So I'm gonna puff out her chest a little bit more. Just gonna add some strokes. What kind of markers have you been using, Emily? I've been trying all kinds. I have, talking about trying all kinds, I have right now the Winsor and Newton brush markers. So I'm going to use that for her flowers. So I have the pink one, and I actually have the blue one as well. Let me find it. The pebble blue. Where did they all go? I had a pack. But these are really cool, actually. The Winsor and Newton ones. They're about the same price, though, of the Copics. So I don't know. I would rather stick with the Copics because I find that they work better. But these are quite nice as well. They are the brush tips, but they're not refillable, which kind of sucks. Prismacolors. I would love to try Prismacolor. I have to order it online though because they don't sell Prismacolors here. Not as much as Canada, anyways. Okay, so the flowers are pretty much dry. I will continue with the blue. So before the blue, I'm going to put a layer of water on. I do have a little bit of pink, so it's very important that you make sure that you clean the bristles of your paintbrush as well So like I have a bit of a pink tinge to it, which is no big deal, but you just don't want to mix up your paints together. So you just clean the bristles and you continue with your blue. This is gonna look like cotton candy. So just apply the first layer. And this one here as well. Put the layer in the center. This one has too much water. Ooh. Ah. Just dab it a little bit to take the water away. Then you can continue to work. Okay, so let's wait till that dries. I was wondering if I should make like a ground. Um, she looks like she's sitting on a pillow of some sort. Okay, let's actually try to make some sort of flat surface that she's standing on. And I think it's just gonna be simple. Either I do it like grass maybe. Yeah, that's true, Emily. I do agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I mean, there are certain occasions where you would need special colors. Like for myself, I like using pastels a lot. It's a little bit hard to blend for pastels because they're so light. So in that regards, I would definitely buy. I think it's worth it to buy specific colors like pastel, for example. But in terms of like having the basic markers, I would definitely have the warm grays and the the cold grays and the skin tones. But apart from that, you can do a lot with blending, just simple blending. I think you would need a little bit more than 12 markers, but yeah, it's definitely, you don't need the whole entire collection. I think that's insane. So much money. I don't know who would actually need the entire collection. I mean, it's nice to have. I would probably be extremely happy to have the entire collection of Copic markers. I think that's like, oh, I don't know, just seeing all the colors, oh, you know? But in terms of actually using them all, I think that's next to impossible. You have specific colors you will use over and over and over again because they are the best and they work well for what you're trying to draw. So there's really no need to have like every different shade of the exact same color. Just doesn't make sense. And you can achieve a lot with blending and layering. Just that in itself, you can do so much that you don't really need all those colors. Is it dry? Okay, so the pink ones are dry, so I'm going to continue with the detail of the pink flower. So again, I have to clean my bristles. This is really cool with the brush one. So just to clean it, because it has water in the actual like brush marker, you can just like I don't know how to say it, like twist your bristles into the paper towel, and the water will come out of the tip here, and it will clean itself. So that's really nice. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. For young people that enjoy art, what do you recommend for drawing realism? Ooh. Okay, so how I got into a little bit of realism, I've been practicing it on and off. I would definitely recommend investing in pencil crayons. So you can get some really nice pencil crayons. I don't really know, like I've heard Prismacolors are really popular. Faber-Castell I use quite often. They're about like €2 per pencil. Prismacolors maybe are cheaper, I'm not sure, but you can definitely get a nice set with just the basic colors. And I would definitely recommend getting pencil crayons if you want to do realism. You can find a lot of really cool artists on Instagram that do pencil crayon, like realistic art with pencil crayon. Oh my god, and it's amazing. I don't know how they can achieve it. Especially if you're thinking of drawing like like not rabbits, like pets, like animals. Pencil crayons are the best because you have so much control with them in terms of like drawing the fur. Exactly what Emily just said. But there's so many options out there. There's so many brands. You can really get a lot. I mean, you could get a good set for quite cheap nowadays. Yeah, no worries. Have a good night. I've never tried Prismacolor. I just heard that many people use them. So I actually have no experience with them. So I might be talking like giving you bad advice right now, but that's what I've heard that most people use for realism is Prismacolors. Another thing that you can look into, and it's a little bit more difficult though. I think I would start off with pencil crayons, but you can definitely look into drawing with pastels. So pastels does a really good job at capturing realism. You could do a lot of really cool things with it, but I always found it challenging. I mean, for Faber Castell, we do have like I do use these pastel pencils here. They are the Pit pastels. You could get all kinds of different ones. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think I mean, they're okay. I don't know how to use pastels that well, so that might be why I have an issue with them. But they also do a really good job for realism. Okay, so just gonna do one more touch of watercolor for the flowers, and then I will add more detail with pencil crayon. Then the flowers will be done. So it's a little bit dark in color though. Emily, have you tried using both watercolor and markers together? I think you could achieve some really cool things with it. It's quite new for me trying markers with the watercolor, but so far they've been working quite well. I mean, I think it depends on the paper that you use as well. So I've been testing here and there options with watercolor and marker together. Yeah, critiquing work. I mean, I feel like I would love to do something like that for you guys, like critique and work, but I feel like I'm not as entitled as an artist to do it yet because I'm still learning myself. But I think that I could still apply certain things or like knowledge that I have that could help you guys. So if you guys would be interested in doing it. I would also offer like critiquing, maybe like part of the video or just DM me, for example, on Instagram or like email it to me. I'd be willing to check out your work and see like maybe I could give you guys advice on certain things. But I'm more knowledgeable in watercolor rather than anything else, really. But yeah, that I think that would be pretty cool. And also, if you guys feel the need, critique myself. Like, give me critiques or like what I could improve on because, of course, I need to improve constantly. That's just the life of an artist. Where's my pink pencil crayon? Okay, so I think for the ground, let's see. So she She's standing on something. Okay, so we're gonna wait for the flowers to dry before I progress with the pencil crayon. But I'm wondering if I should do something with the bottom. Ah, I'm gonna take my fine liner and outline her fur. So let's do some more detail here. Watercolor with Crayola markers. Do they have like specific watercolor markers? I've never actually heard of that from Crayola. What? I would love to try that. I've never tried that before. You can't post links. What? Can you maybe just like put your Instagram name? You could probably find it. Okay, so I need a thicker liner here. Here's the S. Thank you, Midnight Rise. Yeah, it does take a long time to finish a painting. It depends on the size. Like right now, it's how long have I been at it for? Like 2 hours for this little sketch. But it's my fault. Like I really enjoy doing detailed work because I find it helps me relax. Just like all the little pencil strokes and whatnot. I really enjoy it. Let me take your name down and I will check you out afterwards on Instagram. So, okay, guys, give me 1 second. I will be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bonita, 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 bonita. Okay, let's. Hi, Owen. Yes, I am. She was super cute. I had to like draw her. Like I couldn't just like not draw her. Yeah, you know, like these tremors in your hands, that's completely normal. Sorry, I have like a bit of a cold. Yeah, these tremors in your hands, it happens quite often. Like I also had it at the beginning, and it's all about practice because you actually train yourself to become steady with your hand. And it's actually not a joke. Like you will get better as you progress, unless you have like a disease or whatever that helps that like prevents you from not shaking. Um, but you can learn to control it definitely. You can practice actually. You can practice by drawing straight lines over and over, or like drawing circles, for example. Just try to draw shapes, and eventually you'll get the hang of it. But there is hope. I tell you that right now. Oh my god, my hair's annoying me. It's all full of static. Ah, what is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? I've never heard of that before. Is it like? Wait, let me Google that. Let's see. Ah, my throat. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. Just learn your way. Do you have a hard time drawing because of it? Did my husband boil the potatoes? No. I had to boil the potatoes. Oh yeah, yeah, I tell you. But it was fine in the end because we he made the bacon, and I did the potatoes, so it was okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Emily. As long as you can keep drawing and it makes you happy, I think that's the best thing. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't able to draw anymore. Like I always feel sometimes I have this horrible feeling that like these dreams where something bad happens to my hands or I break a hand or something and I'm like, "Oh my god, like what would I do?" Like I would not be able to like go through life without drawing. I don't know. Yeah, actually, Alicia, I'm having the same problem with my hair. I keep tossing it to the side. I can't. It's getting staticky. Maybe I have a hairband here somewhere. I always have a hairband, but I actually don't. What is this? No hairband. La, 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 la. Like my length right here? Like this? Is this a weird medium length? I just cut my hair. I had my hair all the way down. It was past my belly button. Like for real. I had like I don't know. I cut off half of it. It was completely crazy. But I don't miss it actually. Surprised about that. Just easier to maintain with short hair. Yeah, I had a mullet for a while. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but oh my goodness, mullets. Oh yes, good times with mullets. Hello. Okay, so let's keep going with the flowers. We've done enough of the face. And I will continue with the flowers. Were you an emo kid? I have a confession. I think deep down we were all emo kids back in the day. But I remember I was in high school. When was I in high school? Oh my god, it was a long time ago. I was in high school 2000. I entered high school in 2006. I graduated in 2000, what, 2009? The same day that Michael Jackson died was my graduation day, and I think that was 2009. So back in the day, I was also quite emo. But I didn't have emo hair because I never went that far, but I had deep down inside these emo feelings. I really like this pink. This Winsor & Newton brush marker is really good. The pink is beautiful. This is part of the pastel collection, and it looks really, really nice. Don't feel that way. 17 years old. Oh my god, I remember when I was 17. I have to say, everything goes by really fast. Like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It all went by completely fast. Okay, so let's do the blue. I don't know if this blue is the right blue though. Where are my markers? Ah, wait, I'm gonna use Copic actually. Let's use some Copic blue. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, that's a little too dark. Wrong color. Let's try this one. Okay, that's better. Hashtag wrong color. Yep. I swear, I promised it wouldn't happen today because I knew what I was doing with watercolor, but see, first thing I do is I pick up markers and already wrong color. Okay. Let's do a little bit right here. I'm also hungry. I need to eat some supper. Supper time. I'm hungry, and I don't have chocolate this time to fill me up. Hashtag wrong color. Okay. Shoot. Okay, so now what I'm going to do. Oh no. I got like here. So here's the problem with pencil crayons. When you are using them, either if you just sharpen them and you're drawing down, um, there might be pencil crayon residue that comes off as dust onto your paper. You have to be very careful because you can see here already I've gotten a couple smudges. I don't know if you can see. Gotten a couple smudges up here, and that's because of the pencil crayon. So usually the dark pencil crayon. I really hate when this happens because I either have to cover it up somehow with more watercolor, um, and the way to avoid this is to kind of like check your hands to see if it's on your hands because it could very well be. It could also be on the back of your hands here when you're drawing. It will be like kind of like on your skin, and this will end up smudging. now how I usually do this is I kind of just like either maybe paint sort of like a background scenery, but unfortunately I don't really want to do that with this one. So I think I'm going to what I had the idea of maybe like doing like a square form, like a square format here. Not really sure. Yeah, mountain of eraser shavings. Yeah. Or the worst thing that ever happens is when your sharpener here completely just explodes, decides to open up, and like shavings fly everywhere. Oh my god, that is the worst. Okay, so let's just finish up with the floor. So I'm gonna do like a little bit of a shadow on her, like where her legs are, to kind of give it a little bit of a 3D dimension here. And I was thinking of using marker, but I think I'm gonna start with pencil crayon. So I'm gonna use the lightest one, so the warm gray number 1. This is, I think, the lightest one. And we're gonna actually follow the photo, the reference photo. So she has like, a little bit of like, I'm just gonna color that in. A little bit of some shading here. So she doesn't look like a vampire with no shadow, because maybe Bonita is a vampire, but I don't think so. So let's give her a shadow. Usually the shadow should extend from like the feet and be the darkest. So like the light source is coming from the right side of the rabbit. So here we want to have the shadow the strongest. But I won't do it too strong because how long have you been drawing? Um, like serious drawing, probably for like 2 years now. But I've been drawing on and off my entire life. Really started when I was a little girl, and it has always been something that I have been doing kind of like on the side. I went through different phases. I mean, when I was a little girl, I would draw with crayons, and then it progressed to like Pokemon, drawing some Pokemon, and then eventually in my teenage years, I got into drawing manga, which was really fun. And manga actually helped a lot with like body proportions. And then as I grew older, I kind of stopped drawing. I just didn't have fun with it anymore. And it was kind of at the same time where I started getting these feelings where I didn't feel like I was good enough at drawing, so I kind of just stopped. And that is so bad. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Um, don't ever think that you're not good enough, and don't ever like just stop something because you feel like you will never progress, because that's not true. It's really not true. You're just gonna keep at it. Just ignore everything. Ignore the like the sort of voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough. And so I officially picked it up again when I was 22 or 23, 22, 23. I think I was turning 23. And now I'm 25. So okay, so I lied. I'm going to actually use markers. So I'm going to use my Touch Twin Tip markers. These are fantastic. So these are a nice replacement for the Copic. I don't actually have grays for Copic, which is why I'm using these ones, but yeah, these also work really well. My phone died. There's a lot more horrible things in the world than your phone dying. And so here's a little bit less shadow, all of the shadows on the left side. I think I need to draw a little bit more in the center. So her fur is actually, technically this should go all the way down to the ground. So let's do dark shadow. I should probably, yeah, okay. Yeah, the white gel pens. This is actually what I use as well. I use it quite often. I use it for everything. Like on top of the watercolor works really good too. But you have to get a specific gel pen because not all of them can work well, especially if the tip gets wet. This one so far has been really good. This is the Uniball, the Uniball Signo Broad. Yeah. So far, this has given me the most success, and I've tried everything. I've tried acrylic, like marker to add more detail with acrylic marker, so it's kind of like acrylic paint. But that, honestly, that sucks so much. Didn't work well with watercolor. Mm. You have to be careful with whiteout because because you can like scratch it off very easily. So you want to kind of avoid that. You don't want no scratch off. Okay, where is my black? Where is there it is. Um okay. Na na na, bonita, bonita, da da, bonita. Bonita. I have to feed my rabbit. Guys, my rabbit's in his cage. Do you want to see him? I can show you my rabbit. 1 second. Let me see if I can nab him. Baby, hello. You're eating. Nah. Here's my baby. Wait a second. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Baby. His name is Oliver. Say hi, baby. He's my little lamb chop. Yeah, are you saying hi to all the people? Yeah. Oh. He's about how old is he? He's like 1.5 years old. His birthday's in March. He's gonna turn 2 in March. And we're gonna get him a little sister in December. So around Christmas time, he'll have a little sister. He's really shy. And he's just getting used to pets now. So it took a long time for him to get used to us. He's my teddy bear. But right now he's kind of like, what the hell? He really wants down. He's so fluffy. I love him. Little baby. Nah? Do you want to go down? Yeah, now he's starting to panic. Do you want to go down? You want to say bye to everyone? Hmm? I can't stop kissing him. He's so cute. Please, sir, can I have some more? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna bring him down now because he's getting anxious. I say bye to the camera. Look how big he is. He's big. Like a big cat. Do you want a treat? Here, sweetheart.
Here, baby. Yeah, you getting sweets? Because you did so well.
I had my second rabbit who passed away in September. He was a ham. Like he was huge and he was a little bit overweight, I think, but he was big. Like he looked like he was bigger than my husband's cat. Like the size of a dog. Oh my god. And when I was holding him, he was so heavy, so heavy. But I loved him so much. I like bigger rabbits. I think they're so cute. Meh. Okay. Thanks. My baby, poor babe. Okay, so we will add a little bit more shadow here. Where are my markers? Let's use this one. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna cut the paper. Oops. I didn't watch Doodle Day yet. I subscribed to them with the last time you guys recommended it to me. I've subscribed to them, but I actually haven't watched it yet. I would love to. I'm probably gonna watch it tonight. Where is my cutting stuff? Okay, wait. Here I've got my cutting board. Doodle, doodle, doodle. I just want to chop away a little bit of the paper because I did smudge it up. And I think this actually would look cuter in a square format rather than tall, but I'm gonna see. Here is my thing. Again, when you're putting things on your paper, you want to make sure that it is very clean, because it might have like shavings on it. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now you want to get an X-Acto knife. So I have one here. My goodness. Thank you. Fun fact about me, I am a little bit allergic to rabbits. I think it's more so the hay that they eat. I've gotten everything like hypoallergenic for rabbits, like the litter box. The litter is using like cotton balls, like cotton, and I'm not allergic to that, which is really nice. But I am allergic, I think, to either the fur or to the hay. Okay, gotta make sure. I gotta focus, guys. Gotta make sure this is straight. This was always like the worst thing for me in design class was cutting things that were printed. Oh my god, I don't trust myself right now. Ah, I keep smacking my head on it. Sorry, guys. Hallelujah. Okay. I don't know if that's straight. Let's try to straighten that out. Nope. This is why I don't like cutting things. Okay, that should be good. All right. Oh, shoot. It's still not straight. What am I doing with my life? Okay, wait. Let's try it one more time. It's not straight at all. What? Patience, patience. Okay, that should be straight. Yeah! Okay, so I've cut off all of the smudgies, like smudged paper, the excess paper. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So let's make sure that this is straight. And we'll have her in a little square format, which is cute. Here. Let's see if there's enough space. You want to keep like the same distance of the white space on both ends of the paper, just to give it the same feeling of consistency. That should be fine. Okay. Yeah, my nose is running. Sorry guys, 1 second. Ah. What are some of my favorite bands? Oh, like my taste in music differs a lot, so it can go, I mean, I like a lot of things. No, it's okay. She can send me her address via email. It's totally fine. It's 100% safe. This is how I communicate with most of my clients when they ask for commissions. They send me their address via my private business email, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. This is how I need to know your address to send it, so it's okay. And my favorite bands, well, I like all kinds of things. One of my favorites is the German, like, I don't know if it's heavy metal, but Rammstein, which is like pretty intense dark music, and this is something that I really like. I like dark music. Something that makes me feel is what I like. Like classical as well, and I think it's equal. Yeah. Okay. So, last but not least, I just want to add a couple more details here and there, and then we're done. So let's just make sure, boys and girls, whenever you're using an X-Acto knife, please make sure to cover the top because you will hurt yourself. If you're an art student or a design student, you will get used to getting sliced open by this kind of knife. And I have plenty of times as an art student. So let's just add a couple more speckles of color here. I'm just gonna add like little dots, kind of make it look a little bit magical. So we'll add it with the other marker, the Copic markers. Just gonna add a little bit more color to the flowers as well. And some dots along her ears. Yeah! Okay, let's see, maybe I could add another color. Maybe I add a touch of green. So there are, my favorite, actually I'm gonna use this one. This is my favorite from Copic markers, is the color Mignonette. Mignonette. It's really pretty. It's like a light, super light green. I'm reading the comment. Wait, 1 second. if you're trying new things and you finish a picture and you can't tell if you think it looks weird because it's new or weird because it's bad. Ah, story of my life. Story of my life. Most likely it's because it's new and you're like kind of hesitant and you're not sure. It's not necessarily bad, it's just new to you, and sometimes new to you is different than what you're always doing, and that makes you really scared. Like, I don't know, I can't. Sometimes I also freak myself out, but in the end, I actually get good positive feedback from trying new things. And I, in fact, kind of surprise myself because I'm just like, whoa, like I never thought of trying that. And I was scared to because I thought it would look bad. And then people are like, oh, it's so good. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't look, it doesn't look nice. But yeah, just give it a try. So I'm gonna add some dabs of green as well in here. And just kind of like resemble foliage. A little bit more color than blue and pink. Add a little bit of green. Just like in between the flowers. So it kind of looks like the leaves. She's like a little fairy princess. Am I going to stop streaming after I'm finished this piece? Yes. Because I have to feed my rabbit. His dinner time is at 8 o'clock, which is now 8:25, so I'm kind of late on that. And on top of it, I have to get ready because I have to work tomorrow and it's Sunday night. So I want to draw all night. Okay. Okay, you're crying. Um, can you send me the drawing to my email as well, if that's okay? Yes, I can. I can scan it and send it to you. So I actually want to scan it because I want to post it on Instagram as well. I usually scan my stuff and then post it on there. I think I'm pretty much done, guys. I'm going to sign it, but I have a stamp that I use. I have a stamp with my logo on it, but it's my old logo. I don't have a signature. I don't know. What do I do? Okay, wait. Let me just do it with my pencil first. If you're unsure of what you're drawing, do it with a pencil first. This is where I get really nervous. Okay, so I'm signing it not with my full name. I'm signing it with brushes and bunnies, okay? So I hope that's okay. Because I actually have to practice on my actual name, the signature. But I will do brushes and bunnies. And yeah, I think that's enough. So let's get my, where are my markers? Extra small, Faber-Castell, fine liner, which is fantastic. Okay, guys, remember when you said, like, you can't draw because your hands are shaky? Well, I'm really not confident in drawing my signature right now, and guess what? My hands are shaky, so, You guys are too funny. I like looking at Instagram feeds and seeing people's art. And I will draw a heart. Let's draw a heart. I have to color that heart. Give me 1 sec. Let's color it. It's the pink. Brushes and bunnies. Ooh. Okay. Alright, guys. I think she's done. I think Bonita's done. Bonita, Bonita. You remind me. Okay, I'm not gonna sing because I might get like copyright infringement. Don't sing songs. I can't draw hands either. I really suck at hands, so they end up looking like blobs on the painting. I can't draw hands. It's horrible. Yeah, yeah, guys, I'm done. I think I'm done. So I will finish the stream now. It's almost 3 hours into the stream. I will finish it. I will scan this drawing for Stormy Pets. If you guys have any requests on something that you would like me to draw, please do so in the comments. Like, I will upload the stream as a normal video on my channel, and you can write in the comments of the video things that pop up. Maybe you want me to try to draw. Maybe you want me to like draw it for you. I will choose the ones that I think that I could draw, and if it's a challenge, then I will also do it because it's quite challenging. So comment in the video that I will post, not in the chat, because I actually don't see those comments after. I can only see them in the comment of the video. So yeah, comment in the video and let me know if there's something you want me to draw. Anything. Could be a dog, could be an alien, could be a cow. I've never drawn a cow before. Well, that would be fun. And yeah, so I will scan this drawing, upload it to Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. There will be a giveaway, Instagram giveaway announced on Tuesday. There will be a YouTube giveaway announced on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. And thank you guys all for watching. I think my streams will be probably random because I don't know like when I get home from work, you know, stuff like that. And they'll probably be after work. Most likely be every Sunday, and sometimes probably on Fridays as well. So I'll try to schedule it in. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks. All right, I will get in contact with you, Stormy Pets, okay? Bye.